Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm spiritual coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, June 22nd, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to this podcast, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. It tells you all about my work and how to schedule an appointment, which is basically on any page you can hit the schedule appointment button. I'm also on Instagram under spiritual coach Lisa Hopp. And I'm on Facebook under Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach and Medium. And thank you to everyone who listens every week and talks about the podcast and shares the podcast. I appreciate you all so much on whatever platform you're listening on. Today, the topic is the magical turning point in our lives. But I want to speak very briefly first about, what I talked about last week. That is the masculine, feminine energy that is happening in this world right now in order to get us from the three-dimensional material world into the fourth and fifth dimensional world, where it is lighter, where it is peaceful, where time doesn't really exist, where we are oneness with each other in consciousness. Now, we're oneness with each other now. Whatever happens to one happens to all of us, no matter who that is, whether you perceive them as someone different, someone who is your enemy, someone who is a close friend or family member. It doesn't matter who they are to you. We are all one. Doesn't matter what religion, doesn't matter what race, doesn't matter what geographical location, doesn't matter what economic status. We're all one. So what happens to one happens to the all. And we're coming into a time, as I spoke of last week, where the more feminine energy, which has to come to balance out the energy of this earth, to bring that time of healing, of transition, of evolution, it's here. It's here. But it is being challenged by masculine energy that does not want to give up its traditions, its powers, how it's been. It doesn't like change. So yet again, this weekend, just overnight, we have war, unnecessary violence. In order to promote and extract that more masculine energy. So what can you do about it? It is so important. It's a have to. It's a should. And in my work, we learn not to say should because of free will. But it's so very important right now to center yourself in love for yourself and others and the world, and compassion and gratitude and blessings centered in the moment. Watch what you feel. Watch your fears and go at them. And ask for the help from the higher source, whether it be God to you, energy source, whatever you may call it. Ask for that support in feeling safe, in feeling fearless, in feeling empowered, in knowing that you are unlimited to change this world, to change your own personal life, and to change this world. It has to be about love and not fake love. It has to be real love. The love that you would feel for someone that's easy to love. That love multiplied, increased. And that segues into the topic today, the magical turning point. We are always coming to a place where something happens to us and it changes us. And we've asked for change, but we have procrastinated. We have put it off. How many of you have procrastinated? Or procrastinate on a diet, procrastinate on changing a job because you have fear about it. Will you get better? Will you be able to get better health insurance or have health insurance? Well, is it in any way, because you'll say, I can't see it. I can't see what the future holds. So we procrastinate, but then something happens. Maybe we know we have to procrastinate on making healthy changes for ourselves. Stopping a habit, starting a better one. And then something happens to us, some news, some event that says it's got to be now. No more. I'm not going to have it anymore. There's no choice. I've got to do it. That's the turning point. For health, it's a diagnosis. Perhaps in personal relationship area, it is a breakup or hearing about an infidelity. In economic life, perhaps it's a layoff or a firing or a disrespectful moment where you say enough is enough is enough. So why is it so magical when these experiences happen to us, when these moments happen? It's because it is this extraordinary event where the heart and the brain go into cohesion almost instantly. It happens almost on steroids. It happens like with a force to it that is not there in normal everyday life. And if you've heard me before, you know that the heart is very powerful. It is the most powerful organ in your body. It emanates out. It creates your life for you. It's so massive, and cardiologists, scientists are finding out there's much more to the heart than we ever knew. That it has much more makeup to it than we ever knew. We're learning that now. And we're learning how much it's tied to quantum energy. This is a time of understanding quantum energy. We all have it in us, and it's on the outside of us, and it's all connected. And that's where the instantaneous healing takes place. That's where the wealth comes instantly. It's really instant karma, all of that. It comes from that quantum energy. So when you have the heart react, and the heart reacts almost like it symbolically kind of gets triggered, almost like a blow up when you have these experiences. And that's when you say, I'm done. It's done. Cold turkey. Cut. Not going to be the same anymore. And then it partners up with your powerful mind. And your mind has compartments. It has the neocortex. It has the logical mind. It has the subconscious mind. It has the emotional mind. It has these, facets of the mind, multifacets. So when the heart lines up with the mind, that's when change takes place. That's when you get the clarity. That's when you're unstoppable. That's when you're unlimited. You always were, but now you know it. The heart-mind cohesion. Alignment. Alignment in every way. And how do you know you're aligned? How do you know in that moment when it happens? How do you know in everyday life? Because you can become aligned any moment of any day. You don't have to have the extraordinary event or the heartache or this fear or anything like that. You do not have to have it. It just is the adrenaline into it that brings it about. That again makes it instant. It can happen That recognition of yourself as a powerful, unlimited being can happen at any moment of any day. So how do you know you're aligned? You become what you want. Neville Goddard said, it's a law of assumption. There are natural laws. Law of vibration. Yes, the law of gravity is one. But as we are impacted on a more intimate, personal level, there's a law of vibration, the law of assumption. There are laws about energy. What you put out, you get back. Who you are is what you get. So what tends to happen? Let's say you have a moment where financially you feel done with your current circumstance. You're tired in a way that you've never been tired before. Not just oh, I wish it would be better. I wish I'd get a raise. I wish I could afford that. We like to say, never say that, because what you say, you keep creating. So if you keep saying, I can't afford that, and I know people who do this, and they think, oh, I'm just talking realistically. No, you're creating a reality. And you're talking about it and recreating it over and over and over again. And then you wait for the outside to change. Will I have something happen? Well, my spouse get a better job. Will I get a better job? Well, I hit the lottery one day. I hope I do. When we live like that, our circumstances never change because we are not aligned with what we're hoping for. But when you have that turning point, you say, I won't settle for less. I won't settle for less. I'm going to get that cure. I'm going to make sure it happens. Dr. Joe Dispenza's students, they suddenly start meditating a couple hours a day when they couldn't meditate before, when they didn't make the time. And now they're like, no, I'm in. I am going to meditate till I have the physical change or emotional change or material change that I have been wanting, but not enough for me to make change, not enough for me to take action. And then they get the diagnosis, something that puts the fear into them. And then they're on board. And then when they're on board, change happens because it was always in their power all along. This week I had an episode, not to that degree, but I had an episode where I said, oh, I'm done. Enough is enough is enough. I'm not having this anymore. And I shifted inside. A shift of alignment. Again, how do you know you're aligned? I didn't answer that before, did I? Stay with me. You know you're aligned when you feel it's done before you see it. An easy one to use is money. And I talk about those examples, those human examples out there. They are now today millionaires, and they felt they were millionaires before the money was in their bank account. They weren't doing it with their head. They felt it in their entire being. Their entire being. I manifested a car once, 10 years ago now. And when I got into my other car, I saw the new car with my eyes. I smelled the new car with my nose. And I got excited because I knew it was close. And within a couple of months, I had that car. That's what I'm talking about. And that's a smaller example. The thing is, when you align with it, it's unrelenting. You almost, people will look at you if you're talking, and you should. If you're feeling wealthy, you should there should be a talk that I am, not a talk against it, because then you're not aligned. A talk like I am. We can appear delusional. There's one coach that says, Delulu. It's not from the conscious mind. It's not shallow like that. Your whole being knows it's done. It's complete. And then in your prayers that are always heard and always yes, you say thank you. I'm so happy and grateful that's done. I'm so happy and grateful to have it. And then watch with awareness around you. If it's wealth, are you getting breaks you didn't get before? Are you getting opportunities? You will be. If you're aligned, you get opportunities to build wealth. If you're aligned, eventually your test results for health will come back better. It may not happen right away because the physical world represents your past. So you have to wait for time to flow often, for the physical world to catch up to what energy knows. Okay? So today, as you listen to this, whether it is on Sunday morning or it's Monday or whatever day it is, the life that you're living today is your past. So stay with it. Be patient. Keep that alignment. And alignment is reinforcement too. It's reading. It's talking like it. It's affirming in your mind. There's a wonderful person. I've spoken about her before on my podcast, Leslie DeMarco. And she's a millionaire and she's a coach now. And she became a millionaire through matriarchal plant-based medicine. And she's just beautiful. She affirmed herself as a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. While dealing with bills coming in that she at first could not pay. She was on food stamps. She was dealing with possessions potentially being taken from her. But she kept affirming, I am a millionaire. She knew that there were natural laws. And all she had to do was stay aligned with those natural laws, and eventually her day would come. And then one day, and by the way, she got a break. She got a gift of a coaching program to help her with that as well. The mentors are out there. I'm one. I hope you know that. But they're out there on YouTube. Whoever speaks to you. And sometimes they're temporary and you can move on from them. I move on from mentors because I'm like, okay, it's not outgrowing that. Maybe it is like an outgrowing. I get drawn. I hear what is best for me to know. And then somebody else will pop in. I'm always being directed by spirit, by our helpers, by our guides, by that energetic force. And so watch who pops up out of nowhere that you want to learn about, because they're beneficial to you. They are an answer to what you've put out. So in the way of Leslie, she got the mentoring, but she had to agree to the mentoring. She asked for it. She believed she could have it, and she got it. And then she followed what she was told to do, which is basically branching out, going from small to medium to large in the way of your energy. And she went from selling her plant-based medicines to going on TikTok. And that's where she became a millionaire on TikTok. Now, things are never smooth in life because we're always being grown. And she had a little hiccup when she got on TikTok one day, but then it all worked out after she started to accumulate her wealth. When it comes to wealth, as in the case of Leslie, she had a service which helped people. When we are in alignment, we also know that what we want will inevitably help others too. It's not just about us. If it's just about us, we stifle our energy. We stifle our abundance. And abundance is not just about money. It's about health. It's about love. If it's all about you, you will stifle your abundance. Her desire, her passion helped others. So it was just a matter of time when it broke open. And now, again, she wants to pass on how she benefited to others. And there are others like her, as I have passed on my experiences to you and to my clients. Because what I learn, what benefits me, I want to tell to others so they are benefited. That's what it's all about. It grows. It naturally grows. Because again, you can't fake it. It has to be genuine. The universe knows phony. It knows. Now the secret also is when you are affirming, when you're talking, when you're aligning. You'll know you're aligned when you're really feeling it. As Neville Goddard said, the feeling is the secret. I believe that was a book he wrote. Affirm is I am. Like Leslie did, I am a millionaire. And then she started to feel like one. Then she had no doubt she was one. And then she became one. You see how that went? Okay. In health, I am healed. I am cured. See yourself ringing the bell after chemo's over. See yourself mobile. See yourself feeling good. Feel it. Feel yourself feeling good. Get out of that body about it. And then you start to notice little things happening. Or maybe big things happening. Because cures can be instant. There can be mystical experiences. When it comes to love relationship romantically, feel yourself with that person. Make room for that person in your bed. Make closet room for that person. They are yours. Know that you're walking along the beach with them, holding their hand. Not a particular face, but a relationship. And then you're so happy in it. You're so giddy and warm and fuzzy in it. Living your life. And then, boom, there they are. They appear out of nowhere, responding to your aligned energy. It works in every way. The job. Feel and see yourself in that job that you love. Now, here's the thing. It's about what makes you happy. And it doesn't matter what that is with job. Meaning, don't go to the hows. How could I possibly do that and earn a living? Don't worry about that. It's not your job to worry about that. It's your job to feel yourself in your ideal profession as much as possible while still being grateful for the present moment that you're living right now. If you hate where you are, you're going to get more to hate. If you're unhappy in any way, you're going to get more to be unhappy about. What you focus on expands. And let's go global. If you focus on fear If you focus on violence, if you focus on war, if you focus on disease, you're growing it. Focus on peace. Focus on love. Send it. Focus on abundance out to everyone. Feel and see children eating and drinking and healthy and not suffering. You have the power, you alone have the power to change the world. But you have to focus it there to the world. You have to focus it there. And you can, because it's only about free time. You're laying on a beach. Focus your love outward. Feel it for yourself. Focus it outward. Floating in a pool. Washing dishes. Focus out the love. It's been measured that when a group of people do it, and you wouldn't be the only one, it literally ripples on this earth in a positive way, because it's energy. It measures. It's matter. You change matter, whether it's what you want or what you don't want. You're changing it. The energy of this world is responding to you every second, all the time. So that's very important to be cognizant of what you're feeling, what you're focusing on, and what you're saying. Don't say what you don't want. Don't feel what you don't want. You have that much power. I am not embellishing this. I am not exaggerating. Now, it has to be a conscious effort. It has to be. And this is go time. Don't get pulled in to what you don't want. Doesn't mean you ignore it. When you're triggered, you send that all-powerful energy to it. Because ignoring it it doesn't solve anything. It doesn't help it. It doesn't make it go away. It's not going to go away on its own. If you say it's not my problem, and I've said that before, it's not my problem. I usually say it's not my business. And what I mean by that is someone else's story. I don't like gossip. So that's what I mean in that case. But what's happening to a child in Africa impacts you, whether you are paying attention to it or not. Just because it's not in your country or your neighborhood doesn't mean it doesn't impact you. Again, we're all one. So send that momentum out to the world. There is enough abundance for everyone. It is so important, heaven would tell you that, to get rid of your fear. To get rid of that energy, because you're not powerless. You are the most powerful being that exists. Use that power for your higher good and the higher good of all. And let's be clear. It's all right to do that. We are taught by our fellow man that we are smaller, that we are sinners. In a news conference this morning, God was invoked after an act of war. That energy, that source, is not angry, is not violent. It's energy. It's matrix. It's immeasurable in a good way. It gives us free will. And look what we do with it. We could use our free will to feed every person on this planet more than enough. To grow crops. To cure disease. To smile with each other. Because we have more in common than we don't have in common. But instead, some of us just want to destroy each other. That is not higher energy. That is just free will. So don't ever let another human being scare you. Especially if it's somebody religious or any power leader in this world. Stand up with that higher energy that you have and go to work. These are the times to do that. And be discerning. Use your intuition. Because there's a lot of crap that's said. That's not truth. We're living in a propaganda world. And be careful about your vulnerability to conspiracies and assumptions. Be careful about your biases. They were taught to you, but they're programming. You can always, we're at a time in our global life, you can always reprogram yourself. It's a choice. Wouldn't life be wonderful and better if all you felt was love instead of fear or anger or judgments or racism or biases in any way? A lot of what you're told is not true. Be discerning. Just simply, if you're not sure, love your fellow man as you would hope you are lovable. And you are. You are, as I said, the most powerful being on this earth. In this universe, really. You are made in the image and likeness of that energy that created you. I say this a lot, and I'm saying this again to you today. We are made in the image and likeness of God. It is said in Scripture, yet man tends to make God in our image and likeness. That's why we're taught, you might not go to heaven. Angry God. Judging. You have free will, but don't screw it up. That's us. That doesn't exist. It's only in our minds. It's only what we're taught. There are church services going on today where a pastor or a priest or a minister or a rabbi, perhaps, is talking like that. Know who your God is. Know who your supreme being is, your source, whatever you want to call it. They are not human. We are human because we have a body. We have physical. We have organs. We have senses. We have survival in us, handed down. That higher source does not have any of that. It only has love. Know you're lovable. Look at yourself in a mirror today and say, I love you to yourself. If you do that at least twice a day or more, you will start to feel a difference around you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care of yourselves. Check out my website at lisahop.com. I do hypnosis for programming. I do other self-help techniques or assisted techniques. When you are ready, the helpers are there. And I am going to be offering more packages in the future because this is the time of change. Quantum healing. Really making this world and ourselves a better place. Stay on board. Subscribe to my newsletter. Follow me on Facebook. I'm here to help. That's the reason why I'm here. And I hope for today this podcast was helpful. Thank you again. If you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. Any interest, any suggestions for topics, please email me at serendityharbor@verizon.net. Thank you again. A blessed Sunday, a blessed week, and many blessings to you. Until next time.